Hey guys, so, I can't sleep. Hey, that's enough! Not just because I've got a house full of rowdiness, but do you ever have like such a burst of inspiration or, excitement that you just can't sleep? Like you just got that anticipation going on? Well, that's where I'm at today. I want to talk to you guys about a couple things. And it's not often that I actually try to clean up for a video. I have in the past, but not recently, because making videos has just been, I just want to get them done, and I get distracted with the perfecting process. Hey dog. And so I cut that part out because it was just keeping me from ever actually doing it. Sometimes it's most important to do it. Perfection is not perfection, okay? Imperfection is perfection. Done is perfection, right? But I just had this incredible epitome of information hit me while I was laying in bed. And I wanted to talk about what it's like and what it means to be an observer. I got stiff on my chin. What do you think? Is it too light? Anyways, being an observer is extremely important because we all have our own reality. Okay, that's enough. He's playing with his toy down there. But we as humans have this unique ability to change our future. It's like time travel, but you only have to do it once. And it's really sad and hard to watch so many people in today's world struggle with this topic because it's literally like the epitome of everything we experience as humans these days. Like, animals, I guess, don't have the same part of the brain developed that we do that allows us to perceive the future, predict the future, make the future. I think it has to do with your perception of past and present and future. And so as humans, we have this unique privilege, or yeah, you can call it privilege, perspective privilege. And I think it's important that we try and use it. So, what does that mean for you? That means that we all have our... Ow. Hello. There's a cat here. She just decided to climb up and say hello. We all have the power to shape our own realities. So, you have a reality. The person next to you has a reality. Everybody has their own separate perception of the reality. Wow, can you hear this thing over here? She's like a motor. I've been sleeping for a good part of the day, so. Oh, purr. Okay. even if, because I read this article on Facebook about two guys who supposedly went into the future, and they each perceived, like, they both went to the same time and perceived the same things, and then one of them went to a different time and perceived something else, and then somehow they both ended up back in where they were supposed to be. And the comments, I always love reading the comments on these things to hear, like, and see where other people's perception of these ideas are, because what's not important is whether or not the story is true, all right? Truth is very important, but in this instance, it's best to just play, because if you don't let yourself play, what's the point of, living? And if you're just down in the dumps all the time, then life is just not worth it. So you might as well loosen up, live a little, and let your imagination flow. But the best comment that I saw in there was this lady who said that's only one version of the multiverse, and therefore those futures could be different for each one of us. And I believe in this 100%. I believe that each of us we create our own realities. We have full control over them. And even if somebody else has the power to influence it, you can control whether or not you allow that to influence yours using your will. It's like with the whole ghost argument, and whether or not you think ghosts are real. I think that it's completely irrelevant who's right. What's relevant is what you believe. Because if you believe something, that's what's going to greatly influence your experience. You and another person could have the exact same experience. And if one believes in ghosts and one doesn't, you're going to have a very different story from each side. Same thing happened to each of them. But based on who tells the story, you're going to get two completely different viewpoints on why it happened, what happened, and whether or not it'll happen again in the future. Each person can have a very profound experience. One of them will say that they can't, that experience greatly changed their life, and then they go on to become a medium or something crazy. And the other one is a firm believer in it not happening and goes on to become a scientist. The same thing creates an extremely different outcome for each person, but even though it's the same experience, they still have a different thing based on their beliefs. Okay? Their beliefs are what changed their outcome. And you can let somebody else's beliefs influence you or not. It's really up to you. You choose what it is that makes you tick and where you go and how it shapes your future. So being the observer, you have particle form and wave form, and both of them are kind of like chaos. It's organized chaos, sure, but once you put an observer in, it takes different shape based on the observer. So our modern day reality is formed from millions of observers. You can let the other observers influence the way you perceive things, or you can be the one who influences the way others perceive things. Like, going back to that story about the time travel, I was a little disappointed in what they had said had happened in the future. I would have liked to have seen a much brighter, better future. I liked the first time skip where they said they used light and sound to heal people. That was their main form of medicine, which is, I think, amazing, because I think that's where we should head next. But after that, it went to like a computer thing that communicated telepathically with everybody, and I don't know, to me that's like good and bad, I guess. I mean, I think telepathy is amazing. I'm all for it. That's literally what I'm about. But the computer part is a little interesting. It was like a 100% socialist society where the computer organized who got what, and everybody became complacent over time because they just were given all of their needs and they didn't need to, do much to communicate their needs. Oh, watch out, cat. Just knocking things off of my desk. But you have incredible power, and I want you to understand what belief can do for you. It is the be-all, end-all of everything. Don't let somebody else change your beliefs, and I want you to shoot for the stars when you start believing in something. I want you to imagine superheroes, imagine the best sci-fi fantasy you've ever seen, but you don't necessarily need to play it out step by step on how you're going to get there or how the world is going to get there. It doesn't even matter. It's just that you understand that it could happen. And you're a part of it, somehow, one way or another. And that profound, amazing things happen to you every day that make you closer to that goal. As long as you believe it, anything is possible. Absolutely, anything is possible, but you have to believe it. I can tell you this. Doesn't mean it's going to matter. I want you to know that if you just need somebody to tell you that it's true, yeah, it is 1,000,000% true. I've seen it myself. I'm seeing it play out for myself every day, and I can't wait to continue sharing with you guys how and when and who and why and where and what. The what's pretty cool, but we'll get there. You just gotta keep tuning in. I know today this whole thing has been a little disorganized. I just couldn't get it out of my head, and I had to just spit it out there. What's on my chin? Again. I've got stuff on my face, I guess. But we can discuss this more, in, say, my Facebook group, my business page. You can just find my business page with my name, Abigail Montgomery, and my group, Sixth Strength, just like my YouTube page. That's where we have an open discussion. As much as I love comments on YouTube, yes, comment on YouTube, absolutely. But if you want to be part of like a constant discussion, I think that Facebook is a bit of a better platform for that. So that's where I like to get together with you guys, where we can do lives and it'd be more interactive. So go ahead and meet me on there, and we can chat it up a bit more. I'm going to keep talking, I'm sure, on one thing or another, because I don't really know whether or not I'm going to be able to go back to sleep. My sleep schedule is kind of messed up these days, and sometimes you just got to roll with the flow of the inspiration. You don't always get to choose when it happens. You just got to go with it. But if you've sat through this whole thing, thank you, and I will talk to you soon. Go check out that page. Go check out another video. I'm probably going to start in on growth exercises for your intuition, your vibration, your light output, your health, your sense of self, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to show you how to do it better, how to feel better, how to be better. Not like I know how to tell you how to be a better you or anything, but I can give you some tips that'll help you out, okay? Only you know how to be the best you, but I'm here to help in any way that I can. So thank you, and I'll talk to you soon.